There are roughly 500 million quails that are raised on quail farms in China each year, and it is believed that quail eggs produce more than 50 billion eggs. Approximately 60% of the total quail egg production in the globe is accounted for by this. The purpose of this movie is to provide you with an in-depth examination of contemporary quail farming techniques in China. It will demonstrate how this sector of the economy reaches great levels of efficiency while still preserving the environment in terms of output. Female quails are prepared to lay eggs throughout their whole lives, beginning with the moment they are born with the ability to do so. Once they have been laid, quail eggs are carefully transferred onto a conveyor belt. As a result of the continual movement of this conveyor belt, the eggs are protected from being broken or damaged while they are being transported using this method. Eggs that have been inspected and found to be free of cracks or other defects are then placed in incubators, provided that they match the guidelines. The incubators are kept at a temperature of roughly 37.5 degrees Celsius, which is the optimal temperature for the embryos to develop and hatch after approximately 718 days have passed after they were placed in the incubator. First, vent inspection is used to determine the gender of newly hatched quails, and then the quails are separated into their respective rearing cages. Quails that are young require a specific food that is high in protein and contains corn, soybeans, wheat, and other grains in order to encourage their quick growth. This diet should be consumed 3 to 4 times per day. In order to ensure that the raising cages receive a consistent and unbroken supply of food, automatic feeders are fitted in the cages. It is possible for the frequency of feeding to change depending on the stage of growth that the quails are in. In addition to providing food for the quails, there are 3 essential aspects of quail care that must be taken into consideration. These aspects are ensuring that the quails have a daily supply of clean and fresh water, keeping the rearing cages clean, and regularly monitoring the quails' health in order to identify any early signs of sickness. The Chinese government makes an annual purchase of 30 billion quail eggs from farmers in order to guarantee a consistent supply for both the domestic and foreign markets. The farmer's standard of living is improved as a result of this, which makes a substantial contribution to the development of the economy. When quail eggs are processed, they go through a cleaning stage in which the outer shells are washed to remove dirt, germs, and other contaminants. This procedure is performed in processing plants. Egg selection still requires human participation, despite the fact that many processes have been automated. This is because eggs that do not satisfy requirements are removed from consideration. This guarantees that only eggs of the highest possible quality are packed. Let me tell you that quail eggs that have been salted are considered to be a popular snack in Russia. The eggs of quail are put through an automatic washing system, which allows for a comprehensive cleaning and peeling process that is both quick and accurate. In order to minimize damage and preserve the shape of the egg, these contemporary machines make use of cutting-edge technology. Quail eggs are first peeled, then placed in a marinating tank for a number of days, and finally, they are placed in a drying machine in order to remove any moisture that may have been present. Following the drying process, the salted quail eggs are moved to the section where the mechanized packing takes place. Among the Chinese population, salted quail eggs are favored not only due to their delicious flavor, but also due to their nutritional value, as they contain a significant amount of protein and minerals that are necessary for maintaining good health. Quail meat is processed into fresh items and then exported to markets, in addition to being used in recipes that are already prepared for consumption. As a result of the ever-increasing demand for quail meat, numerous businesses all over the world are increasing their production, which allows them to produce an astounding total of 30,000 tons of quail meat every year altogether. While quails may seem like humble birds, there are many surprising facts about them that remain unknown to the general public. For instance, quails can begin laying eggs as early as 6 to 8 weeks of age, much earlier than most poultry. Despite their small size, some species of wild quails are capable of flying hundreds of kilometers during migration, showing extraordinary endurance and navigation skills for such tiny birds. In traditional Chinese medicine, both quail meat and eggs have been used for centuries as natural remedies. They are believed to nourish the lungs, improve blood circulation, and enhance physical vitality. Because of their high protein content, essential amino acids, and mineral-rich profile, quail products are often recommended for the elderly, children, and patients recovering from illness. Beyond their medicinal value, quails also compare favorably to other poultry species in several ways. They mature much faster than chickens or ducks, consume less feed, and are more space efficient. A quail can lay up to 300 eggs a year in optimal conditions, surpassing many other birds in productivity. This makes them particularly appealing to small-scale farmers looking to maximize returns on limited land and resources. As technology advances, quail farming has also embraced modern innovations. Many large-scale farms in China are integrating artificial intelligence and Internet of Things (IoT) devices to automate feeding, monitor temperature and humidity, and detect early signs of disease. Smart sensors and cameras powered by machine learning help ensure consistent, healthy environments, reducing labor costs while boosting productivity. Logistics and supply chains also play a crucial role in quail farming. Quail eggs, being smaller and more fragile than chicken eggs, require special packaging to prevent breakage during transport. Cold chain logistics help maintain the freshness of both eggs and meat, ensuring that consumers receive high-quality products. Advanced sorting systems are also used to separate premium-grade eggs from substandard ones. Culturally, quail has long held a place in Asian cuisine, especially in China. Dishes such as herb-marinated quail eggs, honey-glazed roasted quail, or medicinal quail soups are common in households and high-end restaurants alike. The bird's tender meat and rich flavor have made it a delicacy in many traditional dishes, often associated with celebrations and festivals. This strong demand has inspired a growing number of young entrepreneurs in rural China to return to their hometowns and launch quail farming ventures. Thanks to low startup costs and government support, quail farming has become a popular model for agricultural startups. These farms often rely on digital tools for marketing, logistics, and even live stream selling to reach urban customers. Another reason quail farming is gaining traction is its relatively low environmental impact. Compared to larger livestock, quails produce minimal waste, emit fewer greenhouse gases, and can thrive on sustainable feed sources. Some farms even recycle organic waste to feed quails or use their manure as eco-friendly fertilizer, contributing to a circular agricultural system. Furthermore, quails are increasingly being used in schools and urban environments for educational purposes. Because they are small, quiet, and easy to care for, quails serve as ideal animals to teach students about biology, food cycles, and responsibility. This approach not only builds ecological awareness, but also introduces children to the basics of sustainable farming. Lastly, it's worth exploring the various quail breeds farmed across China. Japanese quails are known for their high egg production, while French breeds offer excellent meat quality. Local Chinese strains tend to be more disease-resistant and better adapted to regional climates. Choosing the right breed depends on the intended purpose, whether for meat, eggs, or dual use and local farming conditions.